My name is Lily. I am 19 years old, and I live in a small city called Riverdale. It is a quiet place filled with tall trees, narrow streets, and rows of small houses. Most people here know each other, and life usually moves slowly and peacefully. Riverdale also has a large university, so many students live here. I am a first-year university student studying biology. My dream is to become a doctor someday because I want to help people who are sick or afraid. Even when my classes become difficult, I remind myself why I started this journey. I live in a small house with my older brother Daniel. He is 27 years old and the only family I have left. When I was 9 years old, our parents died in a terrible house fire. That night changed my life forever. I still remember the thick smoke filling the rooms and the loud sirens outside, while red emergency lights flashed through the windows. I was terrified and confused, but Daniel held my hand the entire time. After that night, Daniel became everything in my life. He was still very young, but he worked 2 jobs so we could survive. He cooked meals for me even though he barely knew how at first. Sometimes the food was burned or too salty, but he always tried again. He helped me with my homework and stayed beside me whenever I woke up from nightmares about the fire. Daniel was not just my brother. He became my protector, my teacher, and my closest friend. Because of him, I never felt completely alone. Daniel works as a mechanic at a small car repair shop near the highway. His hands are often covered with grease, but he always comes home with a warm smile. Many people in Riverdale trust him because he is honest and hardworking. 2 years ago, Daniel married a woman named Clara. At first, I truly liked her. Clara seemed polite and gentle. She spoke softly, dressed neatly, and always smiled when she entered a room. For a while, life felt normal and peaceful. However, over time, something began to feel different. Clara started watching me in a strange way. Whenever I walked into a room, her eyes followed me carefully. She also began asking me many questions that felt unnecessary. She asked where I was going, who I had been talking to, and why I sometimes returned home late. Her voice sounded friendly, but something about her expression felt cold. One night, something happened that made me uneasy. I woke up suddenly because I heard faint footsteps in the hallway. My heart started beating faster as I slowly opened my bedroom door. The hallway was dark, except for a dim light coming from the kitchen. Then I saw Clara standing near the kitchen entrance. She was completely still and looking straight toward my bedroom. For a moment, neither of us moved. The sight sent a cold chill through my body. I quietly closed my door and locked it, then stayed awake for hours. The next morning, Clara behaved as if nothing unusual had happened. She smiled, prepared breakfast, and spoke normally. A few days later, another strange thing happened. When I returned home from university, I could not find my laptop anywhere in my room. After searching the house, I finally walked into the living room and saw Clara sitting on the couch with my laptop on the table. As soon as she noticed me, she quickly closed it and smiled. She explained that she had been cleaning and had moved it while organizing the room. Even though her explanation sounded normal, something still felt wrong. Later that night, I checked my email and saw several alerts from the university system. Someone had tried to access my account many times. The next day, things became much worse. While walking across campus, 2 university security officers stopped me and asked if I was Lily Carter. When I answered yes, they escorted me to the administration office. Inside the office, A woman explained that several threatening emails had been sent to a professor late the previous night using my university account. I felt completely shocked. I insisted that I had never written those messages. But when she showed me copies of the emails, fear filled my chest. The messages contained angry threats. The university began an investigation. Over the next few days, I felt anxious and isolated on campus. Some students whispered when I walked past them, and others avoided me. One evening, while sitting in my room, I suddenly remembered Clara using my laptop in the living room. My heart started racing as I opened my laptop and searched through the system files. After several minutes, I discovered a hidden program designed to send emails automatically at scheduled times. Then I checked the login history for my university account. The access came from our home Wi-Fi network. Only 3 people used that internet connection: Daniel, Clara, and me. That evening, when Daniel returned from work, I told him everything I had discovered. After listening carefully, he suggested checking the home security camera in the living room. We watched the recordings together. The video showed the quiet living room late at night. Around 1 in the morning, Clara entered the room, sat down at the table, opened my laptop, and began typing. After several minutes, she pressed a key and closed the laptop. Daniel's face slowly turned pale. The next morning, he confronted Clara. At first, she denied everything, but when Daniel showed her the video, her expression changed. Her calm smile disappeared, and she finally admitted the truth. She shouted that she was tired of feeling second place in Daniel's life and believed he cared more about his sister than about his wife. Daniel looked deeply hurt as he realized what she had done. He told her that trying to destroy someone's future was unforgivable. Within a few weeks, Clara moved out of the house. Daniel gave the video and the laptop evidence to the university investigators. After reviewing everything, the university cleared my name completely. Slowly, the whispers on campus stopped, and life returned to normal. One evening, Daniel and I sat together on the front porch while the sun set behind the trees. He looked at me and spoke softly about something he had believed for many years. Family always protects each other. I smiled, knowing that no matter what happened in life, my brother would always stand beside me. And in that moment, I understood something important. Even when darkness tries to hide the truth, sooner or later, the light always finds its way through. Subscribe for more stories like this.